did make some updates that are described in the project deliverable. We had to add a few tables and make some adjustments to the way that we organize our data. And we'll just run these.
Okay. Part of our business analysis questions that we came up with were the question, what details do we know about a user's blood glucose when it was measured to be greater than 200? We came up with this business question because that is often something that is asked of the patients that when they go to their doctor's appointments, the changes to the regimen are made generally based on high and low blood sugars. So having the ability to find all data related to blood sugars greater than 200 would be able to help find any trends as far as blood sugars go and as far as being able to update that regimen. So our select statement here, we're using our InsuLeads database. We're selecting the comments from the blood glucose comments table. We're selecting our blood glucose readings as BG, and we're selecting the patient ID from the blood glucoses table. From here, we're joining our blood glucoses table with our blood glucose comments table, and we're finding all readings greater than 200 for the given user here in this example is T-Dole. Users will want to be able to look back on past unfavorable blood glucose readings to see what comments they may have input about those abnormal readings as well.
So here are the results from that query. You can see we have these abnormally high blood sugars and then the comments that the user entered upon measuring those blood sugars. For our second question, we started thinking about the interaction between front end and back end in the actual application, and we know that in the UI we want to be able to display some information about the patient on login, and we want to get information that's biographical from one table, but also information about the patient's condition, which is from another table. So we're uniting the contact info table with the blood glucose table, and then selecting some data from there that will then be shown in the actual interface of the product. So these three things will be featured in the HTML eventually, and now we have a method of querying them from the database for a given user.